flesh is weak, so I die to myself, lay it all at his.
I think earlier on in our friendship, like, we dealt with things differently. We didn't deal with things. We just didn't deal. We just did not deal in the beginning of our friendship. We just did not know how. We didn't know how to deal.
So where's your spirit willing?
And how is your flesh weak?
Let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome.
Do my eyes look really close together to you?
I'm not cutting that. Oh, welcome back, y'all. We back in this piece.
So conceited.
We back in this piece. What is this? Hey, Eli. I don't know. I probably did like how I just looked. That's neither here or there anymore.
It's gone. But yes, how have y'all been? It's been a day. We really, it took a lot to get here.
What a day, what a day.
To this part of this
Another
vehicle.
day,
Took a lot to get to this part of the car.
Make you wanna holla, straight balla, don't call.
What song? Do you remember that one time that we went to, we were at BJ's and we were sitting with Lexi and, and Ray Vic, I walked over and you were like, we all family at the club.
I'm like, hey, I don't watch TikTok or what?
And they were like, the club,
dang,
the club. Like,
you know, the club is more than just popping it back. Like, you know, club. I'm a part of this club. Like, dang, I forgot they said this ain't the club. This is the Glory Revival Hub. My bad. My bad. My bad.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm talking about was looking at me like, this she still needs some savings. She
a little bit. Do you feel like there's ever moments where like you're embarrassed to be friends with me? Because in that moment for me, I was like, oh.
He wasn't embarrassed.
A little bit. I was like, oh, she just said that
right
now.
The look on everybody's faces was the club.
The club.
We all fam.
And you know, I only thought
club.
about that because yesterday when I was at work, the girls was singing that song or singing that TikTok. They was talking about that TikTok, and I was like, I had that crazy memory just then. Anyway, when you were singing that song, it made me think about the club, and then I had that memory. Crazy.
And that goes into our topic. I had to deny myself to have a better godly relationship with that community and understand that these things are more than just words.
Get out the club.
Get out that club and hit the hub.
The Glory Revival Hub. Where we do stuff just because. Yeah, that's his favorite line. Just because.
Yeah, that was good. Stuff. But yeah, y'all, so today we are talking about how people desire godly relationships but don't know how to deny their flesh. How you want to be in a relationship with somebody that tells you to deny yourself but you don't want to do that?
Say that again.
You want to be in a relationship with people who are connected to, I believe I should have said connected to, the man of God, the man that tells you to deny yourself and pick up your cross, but you don't want to do that. Like, how do you expect to grow in that godliness? Like, first off, the body is to imitate God, and if God says to deny yourself, first off, God did the biggest denying of self ever, which is dying on a cross. Like, he had to deny himself. He said the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. But if it's still your will, Lord, let's talk about it. Let's talk. Well, yeah, what you think? I'm look up like who had to, like, even the disciples, they desired a godly relationship, but had to die to themselves. Like everybody know Peter. Peter was always learning that one way, learning that this is how he gotta deny himself. This is if I want to continue to walk with him, I have to deny myself. I have to deny the things that I used to be used to.
You know, he used to cuss a lot.
He had to leave his wife. Like Peter really did a lot of denying himself. Matthew used to be a money maker. He had to live a lesser life because he was denying that part of himself to walk with Christ.
Yeah.
You know. Well, that's what I think when I think of like you want a godly relationship but don't know how to deny your flesh, or like also like growing with a person like in God. There is dying to thyself. I think I believe it says like to die to yourself for this person. Like understand that it is dying to yourself, or denying your flesh. Denying your flesh and dying to yourself. I feel like it's the same thing. Like.
Or like, I don't know, I think a prayer that I pray often is like, Lord, like deliver me from myself. Like, you know, people will be like, oh, like, Lord, like deliver me from evil. Well, like, yes, deliver me from evil, but like deliver me from myself, because like you battle yourself daily, because like your spirit is battling your flesh, which is why it's like, Lord, deliver me from myself, because like even I think it was it Peter who said like, Lord, like I do things that I don't want to do. It was Paul. I'm tripping. I'm thinking P was correct. Paul was like, I do things that I don't want to do.
That's good.
But my body wants to, but I don't do what I want to do. Yeah, like that's real. It's like whenever you're doing things that like you know you shouldn't be doing, like things that you really don't want to do, but like your flesh wants it, but your spirit doesn't. So like in your spirit, you're like, Lord, like I keep doing things that I don't want to do, and I can't do things that I want to do. It's like, well, I would like Lord, like I would like to abstain from doing things physically, but like I keep doing them, but I don't want to do them.
It says
mentally,
should I read the whole
spiritually,
thing?
I don't want to do them, but physically,
so the trouble is not with the law, for it is spiritual and good. The trouble is with me, for I am all human, a slave to sin. I really don't understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. But if I know what I am doing is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So I'm not the one doing wrong. It's the sin living in me that does it. That's good. Like he said.
What verse is that?
That's Romans 7:14-17.
Alright, let's click that. I do things I hate. Not do things I don't want to do. Like he does. Like we do things that we hate. That's crazy that he said it like that.
But it says, but if I know like if I know that what I'm doing is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So like you could be robbing people and not agree that it's wrong.
And not agree that it's wrong.
Right. Because he said, but if I know that what I'm doing is wrong, then this shows that I agree that the law is good.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like you could be like, no, they owe me this. I'm finna go get that back.
You don't know what you're doing is wrong.
You don't know. And so then it's like you're not doing something that you hate, but it also shows that you're not agreeing with the law. But when you're in Christ and you're saved in Christ and you have the salvation, that means that you should know that the law is good. And so that's where you begin to build a hatred for things that God hates.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You should be able to build that hatred for it. And also, like, something I always say is there are patterns that our flesh is used to that we are still learning how to deny and die to in order to, like, continue to refine ourselves, continue to grow for Christ. It says daily. Like, this is not just a one-time denying self. It's like a daily sacrifice that you have to make, because And also, like, something I think about is it's probably things that I've dealt with that have not came back up within my saved life that I still probably need to deal with.
Oh,
or deny,
for sure.
you
No,
know,
for
like,
sure.
I think there's still, like, there's always room for growth.
That's real. Before I say what I'm about to say, I wanted to say. Sorry. You know, you were saying like you do things that you're used to, but like it takes a while to like get like right. Basically, it takes a while to get unused to something that you used to do frequently. Well, I wanted to like look up because that's what that is. It's really a habit you have. So you have a habit of doing things in your past life. Whenever you become saved, sometimes it's hard to break those habits because you're so used to it. But it actually takes an average of 66 days to break a habit. It takes over 2 months to break a habit. But the time can range anywhere from 18 days to 254 days, depending on the individual and the complexity of the habit. So depending on who you are and depending on what your habit is, it can take 18 days to 254 days for you to break a habit. But on average, it takes 66 days. But if you think about it, it's like, oh, like whenever you... It also takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit. That's like the exact same amount of time it takes to break a habit and to form a new habit. So it's like if you have a habit of biting your nails, it's going to take you just as long to stop biting your nails as long as it's going to take you to learn to do something else.
Sorry, because I started reading more. And so in verse 23, he said, "But there is another power in me that is at war with my mind. This power makes me a slave to the sin that is still in me." So you still have to learn how to come out of it. He said, "Oh, what a miserable person I am. Who will free me from this life that is dominated by sin and death? Thank God the answer is Jesus Christ our Lord." So you see how it is. In my mind, I really want to obey God's law, but because my sinful nature, I am still a slave. But thank God that He is the answer. That the answer is Jesus Christ our Lord. So you have to, I think that shows like, continue to like seek God, continue to seek Jesus in that part, because that is how you truly deny yourself, because it's a sinful nature. Like nature is something like brought up. Like,
well, we were born into sinful nature. Yeah.
Born into sin and I may live again. The precious name. You know that song? But yeah, that's what I thought about. Like,
and it takes an average of 66 days to begin to learn to seek God every day about like not doing.
It takes an average of 66 devoted, dedicated, actual working on
days.
Intentional. That's what I'm really trying to get to. 66 intentional days, like, because imagine you work 3 days on trying to break this, you know, a daily habit, and you stop. Now I feel like now you have to start back. So it takes 66 intentional days.
Yeah.
Which is why it probably strings out to 210. You know.
You know what that makes me think about? Because you know how there's like the 75 soft, 75 hard, and there's like there's like a workout challenge. Do you like, it's making sense to me now like why it's 75 days in a row? Because it takes just about that long to create a habit. So once you do 75 soft, 75 hard, you've already created the habit. After those 75 days, you're not gonna just like stop doing it. You're gonna keep going. Why would you stop? You spent all of that time already doing it. People don't like to invest their time in things that like are like they don't
see beneficial.
So it's like, thank you. It's like, if I started working out for 66 days and I saw no benefit, I would stop.
Right.
But like, if I saw benefit, which if you work out for 66 days in a row, you will see benefits.
Amen.
You're gonna keep doing it in a row. But that, because it takes exactly that many intentional days in a row, like across a period over 2 months essentially, to like build that habit. It's like you're not gonna stop doing it because you saw how it benefited you. And people don't invest their time in things that don't benefit them.
I I like that. Invest your time, like, because time is an investment. Like,
And time is the one thing you'll never get back.
time is the one thing. Because time is probably the biggest investment. Like,
Time is more valuable than money, for sure. And that's why they want to pay you to work however many hours a week, because they know that they need your time, and your time is valuable, which is why they'll pay you however many dollars an hour for your time to do things for them that they don't want to do themselves, 'cause they don't have the time to do it. Like, yeah.
that's the real.
Yeah.
That's the real.
But it's like you have to deny yourself to be able to even get there, because it's like you think you're gonna work out for 66 days and you're not denying yourself. You're denying a cheeseburger to eat a salad because you spent however long working out that day already. So it's like, why would you ruin your workout by eating something like that? It's like you're contradicting what you're choosing to do. And so it takes dedication, but it takes like dying to your flesh, dying to things that you would rather probably do, so that you can do something that benefits you.
So what does that look like in relationships? Like,
Self-control. I think, like, from what aspect? We can speak at it from a couple different angles.
let's speak at it from a few different.
I think let's speak on it like as for a friendship angle. I think like self-control in a friendship angle is like,
I think it's, well, yeah.
I think it has multiple, like, what do you say? What do you?
I was gonna say from a friendship, I think it's patience and like love.
But I think these things apply on all of everything.
Yeah,
it applies
sure.
everywhere.
For
But
sure.
what does it look like practically speaking?
Patience, because like friendships, whether you're the only one godly or it's both godly, like there is, I think, well, I guess it's still general, like patience and understanding that I am my own person and this person is their own person.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
like,
not the same people.
you
You're
know,
not gonna react to things the same.
Yeah.
You're not gonna agree to all the same things. You're not the exact same person, so you're gonna have differences in opinions, differences in like ideas or theologies, or you know, the way that you live. Like, things are just overall gonna be different because you're not
beliefs.
Yeah, different beliefs for sure. Now you might have similar values or similar morals, and like that's good, but like you may just overall have different beliefs. Like we both believe that God is Messiah. We both believe that God is Lord. You know, we believe that, but we're friends with people who maybe don't believe that or don't believe in anything. And it's having patience with them that, like, you know, like that's okay for. It's not like that's okay, but like they're just not there yet.
To be that witness
And to still love them.
Yeah, still
Choose to love them.
patience and love. That's what I think. Like,
And I think
in a
within like
friendship.
a godly relationship, it is like a godly like friendship. Just cause you're just cause you're in a godly friendship doesn't mean that like we're perfect, obviously. So it doesn't mean that we don't still argue and stuff like that. I think earlier on in our friendship, like we dealt with things differently. We didn't deal with things. We just didn't deal. We just did not deal in the beginning of our friendship. We just did not know how. We didn't know how to deal with each other. And I think it's like you have to learn that person's like personality. You have to learn who that person is and like how to communicate with them properly, and how they prefer to be communicated with, and like what works best in conversations with that person. Because it's like, me personally, I'm gonna cry about just about everything. And if you could see her face right now, she probably not, right? But it's like understanding that, like, it's like that's just how I operate. And because that's how I operate, don't like be upset or be mad or like get aggravated or want to stop even having a conversation just because I'm crying about it. You just gotta let me finish crying, and then we gonna talk about it. But I just have to cry sometimes first, and
like I should.
that's and that's okay.
Let's see if I can do it. I'm going in.
Oh my god.
I'm going in.
It feel like surgery. No! Oh my god. Y'all don't understand what it's like.
I went in. I did it. I had to.
Yeah, so we're sorry for this malfunction. Whatever malfunction that you
We have a technical And then macaroni, we have a tea. Then macaroni, we have a tea. And that's the truth.
We do have a lot of difficulties.
Which is why we fit to get into a
But the fact
space.
that we even recording this when we want to do other things and we wanted to stop recording is us dying to our flesh.
I'm dead.
Not her spirit though.
Oh, I have when it comes to like relationships, like
Okay.
so
Good boy, girl. Oh, you know what? Actually, that makes me hold that thought, please. Because I've been holding this thought since you said something earlier. You were saying, like, there's going to be things that come up. You're, like, things that you don't even know about that'll probably end up coming up that you'll have to deal with later on. Like, things that you wouldn't even know. That makes me think about, like, now, like, I've been in this particular relationship for about 10 months now. And having been in this relationship, there's a lot of things that come up, like childhood traumas and like triggers and stuff happen where it's like I would have never even thought that was something that like I would still be dealing with to this day, but like it is. And just like thinking about like the way that we grew up is different, and so like there's gonna be things that you're gonna have to work through based on the way that he grew up and the way that you grew up. There's like things that you both grew up differently, so you have to work through things because you have differences in the way that your upbringings were, and that's majority of your lives. So it's like in those upbringings, like there are things that like are different, and like it may end up causing like for pause. Like you may have to like be like, you know what, like this really affected me in a way that I never would have foresaw it affecting me in a way. And now it's like, well, maybe like maybe now I'm at a point where I might have to have a conversation with my mom or my dad or my parents so that it can bring healing to me, so that I don't bring that pain into this relationship. And that's hard because like even you know how like the Lord allows us to have restored moments where it's like he restores the same ways. Like we're able to have a moment where like I get to be in the same area that I was at a year ago, but a year ago I was not saved, and now maybe I am, and it's like I get to relive this moment, and it is like a relived moment that I get to have where like that I like then instead of me doing something that you know I'm different now, but I got to relive this situation. But maybe our parents need that too, and we don't think about them because we're always just thinking about, oh, like I need to be healed in this way, and like I need to be restored, and like restoration and healing, all these things. But like you're not even thinking about the fact that like that conversation might benefit you, but it might be like a restoration moment for your parents. And like you know, like I might have to have a conversation with my mom and be like, you know, like, hey, like I feel like I got pushed into adulthood really early, and it affects me in a way of thinking of me like not being able to ever ask for anything ever. I can never ask for anything. I have a hard time asking for stuff. Matter of fact, like even if it's a need, like a physical need that I have, like I need tampons, or I need, you know, help with the bill, or I need you know, like soap, I don't go to anybody. I'm at a point of like I've like been, because I've been working since an early age and I've been paying for things on my own since a young age. Like I'm at a point where it's like I'm gonna get it on my own. I got it. I'm gonna get it myself. Like I don't need nobody's help. Like I become very self-dependent that I don't even allow God to move or give me help. Period. Because I'm so stuck on making sure, like, you know what, no, I'm the one that did it. I got this by myself. I pay for all my own clothes. I pay for this car. I pay my bills.
That's good. So, like, me and Jeremiah were having a conversation about that, like.
But like I pay for all of these things on myself first, so it's like I don't even like asking for help because I'm at a point where like not even like I don't like to ask for help. I will not ask for help even when I need it. Right. And I'm at a point where in this relationship it's like I won't ask him for anything. I won't even ask for it. If I need to get something, I'm like, hey, I need to go by the store today. And that's it. That's all I would
That
say.
reminds me of like a conversation that me and Jamar were having, because I was telling him like in the season that I'm in, I'm used to like living like that. Like I
Yeah.
feel like, you know, I was independent as well. Like especially once you get your first job and stuff, like you want to grow into that. Like I
Yeah.
have it, and I was telling him like I don't really like asking like my mom or like telling her like, you know, or he was also saying like, you know, like let me know, and I was like I'll probably never let you know. Like
Ever.
if you want to send it out, I'll gladly take it, but like I'm not gonna like come to you. And he was like, you know, like that is part of humility. Like that is part of being humble. That is part of understanding that we are part of the body, and understanding that like we are to help each other in our seasons. Like you know, so and then the best thing that I say is closed mouths don't get fed. So he was just like kind of like, you know, changing my mind on the situation in a sense of like, even if you do ask, don't ask in a sense to think that they're judging you, but ask in the sense of understanding that we are all part of a body, and we are all supposed to be brothers and sisters helping one another.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, that's good, because I was just like, yeah, I just
like,
know God gonna get me through. Like, you know,
yeah,
that's
real. I feel like I've also been in a situation though where it's like I have asked for stuff and then I don't get it, and it's like, well, dang, like I asked you for what? Like I should never ask. But I think being with the person that I'm with right now, like I'll just tell him like, hey, I need this, and then expect him or hope
Right
that
then
he'll
and
take,
there.
not right then and there, at any point in the day I'm cool. It's like, can you at least at some point take, like, I'm not gonna ask you, can you take me to this place, but because I told you, hey, I need to go here, I'm waiting. That's all that I say. It's like, nah, like I'm waiting for him to tell me like, okay, we can go there after this. But it's like I should ask him, because now it's me assuming that he's gonna take me, and now it's disrespectful to him for me to not even be asking. Because it's like, who do I think that he is to just
assume
jump? And when I say jump, he says how high. Like that's not what this. It should be backwards, low key. It should be he says jump, I say how high. Now, like I'm not gonna get into all of the reasons why, because some people don't agree with that, and that's fine. Me personally, I believe in submission. As a woman, you should submit to your like husband in that general sense, but you can't just all of a sudden be a husband and wife. You have to become that, which is what you were saying at a different point. But I think like not only if you don't know how to ask, you don't know how to ask correctly, it can be disrespectful to the people in your life.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like if I think about it, like back to like allowing our parents to heal through conversations like that, it's like, well, maybe my mom also got pushed into adulthood early. She had to get it on her own early, and she never got an apology or had a conversation with her parents about it. But since I'm having it with her, it could allow her to heal from a conversation she never had.
And this made me think about something. I played this game. It's called I think it's called like Let's Get Deep or something, and it's actually a game for couples. I believe that it was a game that I had bought. I had bought it for like to play with my friends at one time, but during the move it ended up at my mom's house, and so I was like, shoot, like let us play. Like we ended up, me and my mom, we played the game, and it was just a lot of things. Yeah, some of the questions was a little sexy, so we had skipped those because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. My mom is married, so she can do what she want to do in that time. But
that's funny.
Yeah. But yes, guys, so basically the thing asked the question about our childhood that we hadn't told each other, and it was very interesting to realize that my mom really didn't have anything to the capacity that I had to deal with in my childhood that she later found out in my not adult years, but late teen years, like what I went through as a child. And so it just showed me that sometimes our parents may not have dealt with something that we want to tell them. Like for me, I didn't get to tell her like how once it did come out, I didn't get too much of a coping or like, you know, to let me know that I'm here. I got a gift bag and good night, like, you know, but like she didn't know how to deal with it. Like her acts of love is gifts. Like that's the best way that she knows how to show like I'm here for you, you know.
Mom do that.
But yeah, that's just what it made me realize.
And like on that, like similar to that, it's like our parents may have gone through things that are similar to what we've been through, or maybe like more difficult, maybe. And they can sometimes invalidate what you went through because they feel like it wasn't as severe as what they went through. So they may like make you feel like what you didn't go through wasn't as bad as what they went through, or it's not valid compared to their situation. But like, your pain is your pain and their pain is their pain, and you can't compare your pain with somebody else's, because that might be the worst thing that you've been through that you know, and that could be the worst thing that they've been through that they know. And it's like, you can't compare pains, because you both, to you, each of you, it's the worst thing that you could have ever experienced. It's the most pain you've ever had. So you can't compare pain, because you're not that person, and you both, everyone deals with things differently. So like, it's, you know, it's not fair to compare that and be like, well, that doesn't, it's not really, that's not as bad as what I went through. It's like, if it was still bad, they still shouldn't have ever had to go through that. It still, you know, hurt them. It caused pain to them. Not now. We don't believe in victim mentality at all. You're not the victim ever. Well, you're a victim, but like, you should not live with victim mentality. Gain healing, and I think conversations like these, like what you and your mom had, can like bring healing to a relationship, or like a parent relationship. But I think our overall thing was like dying to your flesh, and I think having conversations like these can be difficult, like things that you maybe don't want to do. So even this is you dying to your flesh to have that conversation, because like, it's hard to have conversations like that. But yeah, that's it for today, y'all. We could keep going for real. There's really a lot more. It's a lot to this. It can get deeper, but I think we're just gonna stop here. So if y'all have questions, y'all want us to like do a part 2 to this episode, we could do that too. But yeah, we love y'all, and we will see y'all in the next episode. And we talked about it. So like, follow, subscribe, send this to somebody who you want to see it. Like, yeah, and just know we love y'all, and we be praying for y'all. And yeah, bye.
Yeah, my spirit willing.